Hello and welcome to Coruscant Nights' second questions and answers episode. Today I'm here with Nikki Croc.
Hi.
And Mary Frances Miller.
Hello.
Alright, let's get into it.
Bounty Hunter asks, what's the best episode to get a taste of the show? Is it best to start at the beginning, or is there an episode that really showcases the group dynamic, GM style, and what to expect from the show?
So, if you've gotten this far and haven't listened to an episode, you should probably stop. I would recommend Carp's episodes, probably the first set, to get a taste of Coruscant Nights. As far as group dynamic, there's no real group, since we change players pretty much every episode. Do you have a good starting spot? Well, yeah, of course you've got a good starting spot.
No, I thought I was expecting you to say, oh, you should start with Marikatuka. And I was going to be like, you're just saying that because I'm sitting right here, Mark.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, but then you didn't. I was like, oh, I'm hurt. No, I'm not. I was just going to say that it's kind of a tricky question because if you start from episode 1, you're going to get a story arc that is 2 new players. Like they're two people who had never played an RPG before. And that's fun to listen to. And so Liz and Nick they're great. It's really fun to listen to. And they're just kind of playing off each other really well, as only a married couple would, kind of thing. So that's really a fun flavor. But then if you want to get a deeper dive into kind of backstory and the world of Star Wars and that kind of thing, that's where like Carp's episodes come in, because it ties together a lot of different storylines and plot points that are going to come up in a lot of different story arcs. But really, it's just, what flavor do you want? Because each story arc is going to be a different flavor.
I think if you want the real deep dive, you would go with Manus and Sol, which is like very much a mystery episode and very much tied with the overarching narrative of Coruscant Nights.
Yeah.
If you want the comedy primer, go with Stasis and Trask. The egg heist is probably the funniest episode, the funniest set of episodes.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, next question from AJ. What is the average amount of time spent editing an episode? Oh, God bless.
You're only laughing because I've been editing episodes of The Other Place while you're here, and the outtakes are longer than the episode.
Sorry, Mark.
I'd say normally it takes me anywhere from an hour and a half and 2 hours for a lucky episode, 3 to 5 hours for a normal set of episodes. And what I do is I edit the whole recording.
The whole arc.
Yeah, the whole story in one go, and then figure out where it splits best. And so it's like 4 parts, really, is editing the whole thing, splitting it up, and then making each segment work.
Halo asks, if you could play a campaign with a celebrity, who would you choose?
I think I would choose our favorite actor, Alan Tudyk.
Because
he could do all the good voices.
Oh, Alan. Yeah, Alan's always invited.
So somebody wanted the same question, but for Nikki.
Any celebrity or like game celebrity?
Any celebrity.
Any. Yes. We're going to assume for this question that the celebrity is obsessed with Coruscant Nights. They've been fangirl boying.
Fan-personing,
thank you. They've been fan-personing forever, and we finally are extending them this invitation. So, in that universe...
Well, I feel like there's actually like a very small real-life chance that Alan Tudyk would come and play with you. I feel like if you would just ask Alan, he'd be like, sure.
Hey, Alan Tudyk, if you're listening, come play.
Yeah. Who would I want to... Considering I've only been in one episode because I find the whole process so uncomfortable, I would have to pick a celebrity who makes me feel very comfortable, and that would be none of them.
Plot twist!
No,
Your favorite celebrity would be me! No,
I would choose, if I was going to do another episode, I would play with my brothers. Because I think that would be fun.
That sounds
So
really
rather
fun.
than a celebrity, which I would just be like blushing and uncomfortable and awkward the entire time, I would pick people who I'm curious about what they would want to say and that I would feel comfortable goofing around with, and that would be Willie and Jason Croc.
I like it.
So here's your official invitation.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Actually does sound fun. Can I GM that? Oh, I'm going to GM that. I'm going to Galaxy Master that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, you're here, so same question
I was
for
going to
you.
say, I'm here. I'm going to answer this question. Honestly, I don't even have to think about this. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, people. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Still, I would be deeply uncomfortable if he was here.
But because it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he would make you so comfortable immediately.
He would take up our whole house.
He would fill the house. But with joy and love and positivity.
Thank you for using his full name.
You're welcome.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Or I could call him DJ like all his friends do.
Aww. AJ asks, are there any rules or ways we function when contention arises in the game?
So the quick answer is not for Coruscant Nights because games are short and it's one-on-one. But with the other place that we're recording right now, we have a system in place.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we do. Dissenters are shot on sight. No, I'm just kidding. No, when contention arises, so we have purple cards. So each player has a purple card, and if the plot is getting too dark and we need a break, if...
We haven't gotten to recording that part yet. We'll get there soon.
Okay. If there's a disagreement and we need to work out some disagreements, we raise a purple card. Somebody's got to sneeze, purple card.
Mostly just
bathroom.
sneezes.
Yeah, bathroom break, purple card. I need to go get another hot dog. Purple card. Bathroom card.
Bathroom dog.
It's too bad. I mean, like shower beer. You can have a bathroom dog. I don't like where this is going. I'm going to stop now. So yes, purple card is a good system. It's actually been working really well.
Yeah.
Each player has one and we use it very effectively. And when Mark first gave us the purple cards, I wasn't sure if we would all remember, because you get in the game and you're really in the story and you kind of lose track of the real world. But it's been a really good way to kind of, everybody's remembered, everyone responds to it immediately, and it's worked really well.
Yep.
Okay, next question. From Ben. What was the most emotional Coruscant Nights moment so far for you?
So the real most emotional Coruscant Nights moment happened in the Lucky Chronicles, and I don't want to spoil it in case you want to go to patreon.com/Coruscant Nights in the future and subscribe to us and listen to all the Lucky Chronicles episodes. So I won't talk about that.
Can you do like a little teaser? Like set the premise for it? Like who's involved or...
I won't say who, but a very beloved character who didn't really have a lot of airtime, but we really liked, died. In a very sad fashion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did I kill them?
No, you didn't.
That's good.
You just kill everyone else.
It's just all the other
was
people.
Me,
Oh, gosh.
the
Galaxy
GM.
Galaxy Master strikes again.
Oh, yeah. I was upset doing it, but I felt like the story needed it.
Oh, that's a hard call to make.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Jeez, I would not enjoy that. Okay, go for it.
Also from Ben, will season 2 be all the same characters?
No, and Ben knows this because he's on season 2.
Not if Mark kills them all.
Season 2 will have a few of the same characters show up. Sol Dixon's going to be back. Carp is probably going to be back. We have 2 story arcs recorded so far, and they are all new characters. Some familiar voices, but all new characters.
All right, so from Adam, we've got which of the characters we've encountered so far are you most looking forward to revisiting season 2? Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Counterpoint to Ben's question.
Yep, I put these questions in order on purpose.
Well, okay.
Yeah. I want to see what happens with Sol. I think Sol Dixon's got an interesting story, and we've only sort of seen the beginning. I think part of that is that, he works in a government position, and when the Empire comes around, which it might eventually, you never know, they don't like aliens. So what happens to his government job? Sol Dixon's probably gonna, I don't know, there's some interesting stuff there. I would also like to see where Wedge Nasul pops up. The blue guy reading the romance novel. Because he's gonna pop up somewhere.
Of course, I like that guy.
And Rondo.
Oh, okay.
I want to know what happens with Rondo.
I truly just want to follow Rondo around for a day. I just want to see what he does and where he goes.
He goes everywhere. He sees everybody.
I need that episode. I need a day in the life of Rondo Pepsi.
GM it. I'll be Rondo.
I'm on it. We're doing it. It's happening.
Instead of TC42, I'll do a Rondo episode.
Okay, that sounds great.
One more from Ben. Is Carp the main character of Coruscant Nights?
No, Coruscant is the main character of Coruscant Nights.
Ooh.
Excellent rebuttal. Not that you were rebutting an argument. It was really just an answer to a question.
Fight, we're in there.
You're in a fight. Could you guys just take your fight outside? All right, AJ wants to know who brings the best snacks to the table, and I have an answer for that.
Do ya?
Yeah, the answer is Mark and I are really good at food.
Yeah, it's both of us.
We text about it ahead of time, and we come up with a plan, and then we execute flawlessly. A lot of frying of hot dogs.
That hasn't happened lately. It's been a good 6 months
Until
since
we
we've
put the
done
fry ban in place.
the fry ban.
We had to put the fry pan in place.
Too
It's true.
smoky.
Lots of smoke. It was not
It's
great.
not good for voices or eyeballs.
No. But they were delicious.
Hmm.
Those octopus-shaped ones.
The octopus-shaped ones
The
were...
ones with a potato swirl around them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we made some good stuff. Yeah. So, group effort, I'd say.
Mhm,
I'd say
yeah.
it's a Mark, Mary, Francis kind of tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we both like to cook. We both like to eat.
Hmm.
We do both very well.
And it's not so much snacks as full meals.
Like straight up meals with courses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
More Ben. What?
I think we can stop saying that it's Ben. We only need to identify if it's not Ben.
Thanks for all the questions, Ben.
What names do we know are on the list so far?
Okay.
I don't know what the list is, but it's in quotation marks, so I emphasized it.
You did great. I heard the air quotes
Okay, thanks.
in your voice.
So on the list so far, we have Manus, we have Afka, Kishi and Janet, and I think that's it.
Wait, I don't know what the list is.
So the list was basically a list of subjects of an experiment
Oh,
using Forcey stuff,
got it. So the
Yes.
cute little space bunnies are force sensitive because of experiments?
potentially.
Got it, cool. Would you rather be stuck on a ship full of Lothcats or a ship full of Ewoks? This is a no-brainer.
What's your answer?
Ewoks.
They might eat you.
Ewoks?
Yes, they
Just
are
bring the
carnivorous.
Time out.
That's Jawas.
No, the Ewoks are the cute little...
Teddy bears.
Yeah.
Yes, that eat people.
Oh, I guess they did try to...
They tried to eat
That's fair.
Luke and Han and Leia.
Yeah. They didn't
And
try to
only
eat
didn't
Leia.
because Luke tricked them into thinking that
Yeah.
C-3PO was a god and then tricked them into fighting the Empire.
Right. But
Just
they're
a little
cuter.
problematic.
I feel like a Lothcat would be so hyperactive running around
They're
everywhere.
big, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're not hyperactive.
I would go with a ship full of Lothcats.
But they'll claw you to death.
We'll see.
Oh, plot point? Okay.
How did Carp and Snoober meet, and what was Snoober like then?
I think we'll ask Nikki that question and see if she can come up with an answer.
She met Snoober while on the search for a specimen, a rare specimen, to provide a two-headed Vrelt as proof that Glitterstim in the sewers was mutating wildlife. It was just a regular mutant, though. They could never find another one. Acquaintances became compatriots. Compatriots became lovers. I think she was attracted to the Romeo and Juliet quality of it because they're both cold-blooded, right? We've been over this. Is Carp warm-blooded?
I don't think so.
Okay, so they're both cold-blooded. They have that in common. But he needs to bake in the sun and she likes to chill in the water. I think she wants to fix him. And I don't know how he feels about her. I think he loves her. I don't think it's a toxic relationship.
He
I think it's a pretty good one.
brought his goons to...
Yeah, he looks out for her. I actually think she kind of likes having a bit of a bad boyfriend. He's her little monitor lizard because he watches over her.
Is Yalvindo... Wow. So that was dyslexia striking. Is Val Yindo not taking the bait still the biggest surprise left turn?
Can I tell you how excited I am that you dyslexia'd that?
Yeah, what?
Because the whole episode was about them picking up somebody named Val Yindo, thinking his name was Yalvindo. That was the premise of the episode.
Clearly, it's a very easy mistake to make.
Adam actually asked pretty much the same question: which story arc has gone the further off-piste from which you have planned, which is a phrase that I'm very interested in and had to look up, and I don't remember what it means.
Sounds French. The pieced part, anyway.
Oh, it's skiing. It's off the tracks and ski.
So it probably is from the French because...
Suisse.
The Swiss.
Yeah, yes. To follow up on that question that was also asked in the last Q&A episode, it still is the biggest left turn. And then to go with that one, Ben also asked, is the original Egg Heist game that sparked the idea for Stassis and Trask's story part of official Coruscant Nights canon? So that Egg Heist was based on a game that we were all a part of, the Egg Heist from Kish Ducati, way back when we had our monthly game, the Cool Ship.
Yeah, I remember that. On the Cool Ship.
Yeah, that's part of the Coruscant Nights canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it should be.
All the Cool Ship stuff is,
it's
even though no one will ever hear it.
It's what started it all. Those
Yeah.
were some good years. We played that game for 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah. It's fun. It's good times.
Mm-hmm.
I miss seeing Max Rebo in concert so regularly.
It's just once.
No, didn't we see him multiple times?
No, you saw Sly Snoodles once.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah. And Harriet had a fish named Reba,
That's right.
named after Max Rebo.
Correct. All right, what is the most difficult aspect of FFG's Star Wars RPG as far as rules go?
There are two things for me. The first is minions. I still don't think I completely get how those work, even though I use them regularly. And ship rules. You will notice that no Coruscant Nights things happen on a ship because I don't know how to do those things.
Paul asks, when will Carp create the in-universe equivalent of a red string cork board?
You know, because she's a conspiracy theorist.
I get it.
Actually,
I get it.
if you listen again to that first set of episodes, she had one. It was holographic.
So it already happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, makes sense. All right, so Ben and AJ both asked, did anyone cry during the Life Day episodes?
AJ cried.
What? Walk that back. Huh? When?
Listening.
But at what?
The Life Day episodes. If you listen to the Life Day
I have
episodes,
listened to the Life Day episodes. I'm just trying to, I cannot fathom where one would cry.
So in the end, there's that whole part where we go through the city and we see everybody having a great time, and then we realize that it's all gonna come crashing down because the Empire's just run around the corner.
Like life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would cry though, but then again, I have no soul, so there's that.
That's true.
Ben asks, is Fythe evil?
I'm going to shoot that question to Dwayne and see what he says.
Is Fythe evil? That's such a loaded question. I mean, it all comes down to a matter of perspective, honestly. To the outside world, I think most people would view him as evil. He is a doctor, a scientist who has done bad things to good people, and he has no remorse. He doesn't feel bad for what happened to Oreo or any of the other subjects that he's worked on in his pursuit to cure death, to elongate life. That's his goal. To Fythe, he views himself as a lone noble warrior battling against the mother of all evils, death, which comes for us all. And he's the only one fighting this battle, and he will do whatever it is necessary to win. So, it comes down to that. Fythe, in his own mind, is a hero to the world, to everyone on the outside. He's most likely evil.
All right, Mr. T. He asks, will we see a scenario with Snoober as the protagonist?
That would also be a fun one for someone else to GM. I feel like me as a player, I can maybe only have once a season, so probably not anytime soon, but I think that would be fun. I also do see so we have like Carp and Cloran, we've got Meryl and TC, where it's the player and me playing the second one. I think we could have a Carp and Snoober sometime in the future.
We've got more Snoober questions.
All Snoober all the time.
Does Nikki still believe Snoober is a good person?
We're going to shoot that question to Nikki and see what she says.
Do I think or does Carp think? Carp thinks that she thinks he's complicated. She thinks he's, just got so many layers, so many scales upon scales. It's a crusty heart covered with scales, but it's a good one.
What plot thread are you most excited to pursue?
A surprising one. I am most excited to pursue the weird underground place that is under the city with moss and mountains and all that. It will be coming back in season 2.
How do the clones interact with the normal police force?
That's a question I haven't really thought about very much. I think the clones are pushing the police out, so the police probably aren't very happy with that. And I think we will actually, in season 2, have a former police officer as a character, so we'll get more into that in season 2.
That sounds fun. What is the most rewarding part of your first year podcasting?
I think it's all the people that I've met through podcasting, people that I've connected with on Twitter and Discord. I feel like I've made friends all around the world by putting this podcast together.
That's cool.
Another one from Mr. T. Will there ever be a Carp Chronicles podcast?
I don't think so.
Will we learn more of the Height Depticon mystery?
I think there is more to learn with that, especially since Carp kind of made up the whole part about Clorin being a serial killer. So we might see Clorin again.
All right.
Flight Risk Podcast asks, if not Coruscant, what other city or planet would you want to set your stories on?
I am going to go one step further on this and decide not to answer with a city or a planet. I have just started a campaign that takes place in the unknown regions, and I think that would be a very cool place to explore through podcasts or whatever media, because it's just, there's so much potential and so much potential for creativity because you don't have to follow the rules set in place by the universe. So yeah, the unknown regions.
Cool. What is the best food you've made while gaming?
Oh, another food question. I probably should have put those two together.
Yeah, well, if you were good at your job. Just kidding. A couple of things come to mind, but I want to hear what you would say first.
Oh, I don't know. Chili. I've made some good chili.
Yeah.
Not the chili I made 2 days ago. That was a mistake. But
Volcanically hot.
my usual chili, which I think I haven't made it in a while. I think I call it my $5 chili, because all you need is like a couple 50-cent cans of things.
Totally.
Throw it all in a crock pot. It's chili.
Yeah.
That would be my favorite thing.
I'd have to say also when you make that like shredded chicken and we have chicken tacos.
Oh yeah.
That's delicious. I really like it when you make that. I really like, Mark, the times that you and I have gone off the deep end and explored our, some culinary creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Those cheese wrapped deep fried hot dogs were delicious. They were good.
It sounds so bad right now.
Oh, of course, we don't want to eat it now. We just gorged ourselves on pizza. But I'm just saying, that was delicious. And I have to say, the shepherd's pie I made that one time, that was a good shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to make that again, actually. Now that I'm talking about it, that was super easy.
Oh, we were supposed to make beef stew last time we played.
Oh, that's right. Why didn't we do that?
Because we didn't play.
Oh, that would do it.
It's next time.
Next time. Beef stew. Coming up. Like it. Something to look forward to.
AJ asks, if you could change something about Star Wars, what would it be?
That's a tricky question.
Oh, gee.
How do I answer
wait, like
that one?
Star Wars, like the world of Star Wars?
Or Star Wars in general.
Oh, jeez.
Sometimes I just wish everybody could get along.
Okay, where are we at?
Adam.
Okay, Adam. Are you planning going any further afield in Coruscant than the fairly close area that Season 1 is focused on? And are you planning on going off-world at any point? Ooh, interesting question, Adam. Something Mark and I have discussed.
Yeah. Doug and I, at the end of the season, made a whole bunch of new places close by this area of Coruscant. So we will visit Sereno Heights and New Shaddaa and a few other places on Coruscant in the next season. And I'm not going to say it's not possible that we will go off-world at some point. Actually, in fact, I was just talking to one of Season 2's players last night about something that will take place in the orbit of Coruscant.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Velvet asks, who is your favorite NPC?
It is my Jedi friend Desh. Because I like doing his accent.
Accents are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne, what is it? Feenstra or
it is.
Fenstra?
Feenstra.
Feenstra. I did
Yeah.
great. It's not written there, everybody. I just knew that from memory. If you had to start a Coruscant Nights campaign, what characters do you think would make the most interesting 4-player team?
Thought about this. One of my original thoughts was having a later season be 4 of the characters as a party, rather than having individual episodes with the individual characters.
That's a fun idea.
And the thought was I could see Carp, John Shondongus, maybe Meryl Katunka, but maybe not since she's kind of bad. And
She's conflicted.
yeah.
People are allowed to be more than one thing, Mark.
Uh-huh, sure. Who else was even on the show?
Oh,
Do I have to look at my episodes right
Probably.
now?
Well, what about
Jeez.
like Liz and Nick?
I feel like Liz and Nick
Great.
are just their own unit and can't separate.
But there's just a couple of cool scientists that I feel like would go well in a group.
See, I would really want it to be Saul and John Shondongus, even though they're both played by Doug.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. Well, no, Doug could do it.
Carp.
I have faith in him.
Maybe Kurt, Linda,
Sure.
all playing a rebel cell. Like
Yeah.
a group of rebels on Coruscant. I think that would be cool.
I buy it.
I know Dwayne really wants us to say Meryl and Fife because
He wants to see what happens.
He's dreaming for that one.
Right, right.
Speaking of,
Mr. T, if you do more team scenarios, which characters might team up?
Team is in quotes.
team scenarios.
Right.
Well, Dwayne wants Fife and Meryl to team up. Okay, maybe we'll see. I just want to see John Shondongus with everybody because that would be funny.
Yeah.
Even though I am trying to get back into the serious business of Coruscant Nights. Got a little funny at the end there. It's gonna be serious again, you guys.
So the team ups that I kind of want to see are like Rondo Pepsi and like, I don't know, maybe TC42
Oh man.
or something
You
like
want to
that.
see me playing 2 characters.
No, I want you to give Rondo Pepsi to me and let me
Oh,
play
no.
Rondo. And then I feel like I can channel his good-hearted curmudgeoniness so
Can you
well.
do his accent? Can you do his New York?
What do you want? It's
I
in
don't
the
know
drawer.
about
Open the drawer.
I don't know about that.
I can do it. I can do it to it. I'll work on it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, man. All right, Paul. Paul's got a question. What? Don't worry about it, Mark. What films or novels have been inspirations for Coruscant Nights? Well, I'd have to say the Star Wars
Probably
movies.
Star Wars. I think that's probably the answer. So I watched a lot of noir movies when I first started, and I can't really name any of them because they're all sort of just like average movies.
Whoa. Like Alfred Hitchcock noir? Or like what you talking?
No, more recent noir, 80s, 90s.
Like Blade Runner?
Whatever's on Netflix.
Or, okay.
But yes, Blade Runner.
Did you just say Blade Runner when I said Blade Runner, Nikki? You're in my head. I love it.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner is
I
definitely an
love
inspiration.
Blade Runner.
Yeah, so Star Wars, Blade Runner, some noir films that are on Netflix that aren't very good that you could watch if you want. I read a couple noir detective books that I also couldn't tell you the name or recommend because I didn't think they were very good. But it gave me the idea, the feeling of it.
Paul asks, what Star Wars animal does each Coruscant Nights character identify with?
Meryl Katunka.
Meryl Janice Katunka identifies so clearly with a Gundark that she just uses it as a swear
And wears its leather.
and wears its hide.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful red leather.
Someday she'll just become a Gundark.
Pretty much, I'm
You're halfway there.
Halfway there.
Yeah.
Is that maybe when I go full dark side? Is that what's gonna happen? Is I'm gonna
just
turn into a Gundark? Yeah.
What about Mimi?
She identifies with the snowbird, obviously.
Yeah, that fits.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll ask a couple other people, and hopefully they'll send us their answers.
If I had to pick a creature for Fife to associate or consider himself like, I would have to go with the Sarlacc. Those things live for tens of thousands of years. There's never been reported death from old age. They've all died from some outside force. And he's a lot like the Sarlacc because the Sarlacc isn't evil. It's not trying to do bad. It's just trying to live its existence the best it can. It doesn't care who it eats as long as its goal of survival is met. Sarlaccs aren't trying to take over a world or take over a territory like any other criminal or beast of any kind. They just want to live for as long as they can. And that means sometimes they have to try to eat a, nerf-hurting smuggler or the occasional Mandalorian bounty hunter. It's nothing personal. It's business. And that's what Fythe is about. Surviving for as long as he can, no matter what the costs.
Okay, if Carp were a Star Wars animal, she thinks she would be a tusk cat, a regal, warm-blooded animal that hunts the plains, has, I'm seeing here, long-range eyesight, a cute sense of smell. It says here they can be domesticated. Well, she doesn't know about that. She doesn't know that she can be domesticated, but still thinks that she's a tusk cat. Aw, they mate for life. She's definitely a tusk cat. And she's a hunter, She hunts for the truth. That's what I'm saying here. Anyway, it's like someone's equivalent of trying to explain why they think they'd be a tiger. That's Carp. She has a little bit of an inflated opinion of herself.
Well, John Shondongus would have to say that he most identifies with the Coruscant Nights Nightcrawler, best animal for a best team that there is on a whole planet, which is also a city, and a city that's a whole planet. The Coruscant Nights Nightcrawler. Saul Dixon probably would most identify with the Reek. It's a strong, unstoppable force, just like Saul Dixon, myself. Lucky the Clown identifies with the Lantern Bird. It's beautiful, and it's wild, and it's free, and it can fight, it can protect, and that's why Lucky identifies with the Lantern Bird. Check out the Lucky Chronicles on Patreon at Coruscant Nights Pod on Patreon. Buy us a coffee at ko-fi/Coruscant Nights. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next season on The Lucky Chronicles.
Or Coruscant Nights.
Or Coruscant Nights.